and my son Landon are going to do some blue cat fishing this morning on the Ohio River. We haven't fished the Ohio River much this year. It's been kind of blown out all spring, but it's back down now to about where I like it. We just put the boat in the water. We're going to run up here below the dam, see if there's any skipjack biting. We might do a little catfishing while we're up at the dam, but if that doesn't work out, I got another spot in mind on downriver. So kind of excited to be back out on the Ohio River. Like I said, it's been a while, and I hope you guys ride along with us. All right, so we're gonna make a few casts on this rocky bank right here. I'm just using a sabiki rig with 5 flies on it like this. These are bigger than your average sabiki rig. I get these off of Amazon. They're called Ocean Cat is the brand. And I've just got a 1/4 ounce spoon on the end. My bad, I didn't see you over there. There's one. I think it's a skipjack. Oh yeah, heck yeah. That's what we needed right there, guys. Now we need about 10 more. You put that in the cooler for me, Landon? Well, that was a backlash. Not sure what happened right there. Did my line break? One of my sabiki hooks got wrapped around my line. Some of you guys are probably wondering why I'm using a bait cast reel to skipjack fish. I'm 31 years old and I've never had any back problems in my life. Here in the past couple months, when I use a spinning reel, my left shoulder, upper back, whatever, after about 30 minutes, I can't even move. And as soon as I can quit reeling, in a few minutes it's gone. That's the only time it hurts, is when I use a spinning reel. So, I mean, it hurts to the point where I don't even want to use one anymore. I do kind of like using this bait caster though for skipjack fishing. It's got a really high gear ratio, so when you hook them, you can get them to the boat. Oh, there's one. Looks like a good one too. It might not be a skipjack. Oh yeah, it is too. That's a good one. Nope, just came off at just the right time. Well, you definitely got to work for them, but there's a few in here. Oh, there he is. All right, y'all, so I'm tying me up a fresh leader here on my bumping rod. We caught 4 or 5 skipjack. That's plenty to get started with. If we run out, we can get more, but I also got some skipjack that's a few days old. Caught a few the other day and saved them, so got enough bait. So I just got a basic 3-way rig here, guys. I got about I don't know, probably a 20-inch dropper loop with a 4-ounce weight. That's the weight I'm gonna start with. I might have to change it. And I got about a 24-inch, well, probably close to 30-inch hook line with a chain swivel in the middle. That really helps with line twist in this crazy kind of current. There's one that was left over from the other day. I'll just start with that. Decent sized chunk. I like to stick it in that gut pocket through one side of it, turn my hook up in there and get a hold of them guts, and then bring it back out. And them guts will stay in there as long as you got it out there. All right, so it looks like our current speed's anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5 miles per hour, just depending on where we're at up in here. So we're going to use our trolling motor to try to cut that current speed in half. I have no idea how big it is because of the crazy water we're in, but it is the first fish of the day. And I'm gonna be happy with it no matter what it is. I've been getting a lot of short bites down through here, just fish picking up the bait and spitting it back out. Finally got one that held on to it long enough to get that hook in him. It feels like a decent fish. Little skipjack is what I caught it on. See what he weighs here. 15 pounds. Landon's right again. Alright guys, 15 pounder to start the day off. We're just getting warmed up. Always check that leader line after you catch a fish. I don't feel anything wrong with it, so we'll go again. But if you feel the slightest little nick in that, you need to replace it. Good old skipjack and bologna sandwich. The wind is not good for the audio on this video, but it's really helping me. It's helping slow the boat down. I don't have hardly enough trolling motor to fish this kind of current, but between the trolling motor and the wind, we're just where we need to be. Drifting about 0.8, 0.9. If the water was up 60, 70 degrees, I'd be drifting fast down through here, but with the water still being in the 50s, I still think I need to be a little bit slow. A little slower than normal. Oh, God. Oh. Yeah, it's gonna be about like that. Look at him, he's gonna pull a little bit. Definitely a blue down there spinning.
Could always be a channel.
Too big. Oh, that's a nice
Oh
fish.
yeah. That might be bigger than the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 30 pounder, ain't it? I need to go ahead and get my net out. Look at that. He wasn't ever coming off. Look. Man, I tell you what, the ones that are hitting it are just killing it though. It's a male, I think, got a big head, big mouth.
He ain't real long, but he's really short.
It's a good looking fish. Man, I tell you what, we haven't got a lot of bites, or we haven't caught a lot of fish so far, but the ones we have caught have been really good quality. 28. Man, these fish are wild. Second fish of the day, they're getting bigger. That's a 28. Good looking fish right there. We're gonna go ahead and get him back in.
Looks like he's regrowed his whisker right there.
Yeah, I guess they get tore off spawning or something. All right, let's get him back. There you go, buddy. I guess I'll use my hoodie for a rag because I'm covered in slime now. All right, we're gonna try one of my favorite baits here and see how it'll do. We're gonna put us a couple fillets on there. Hard to beat a skipjack fillet. I just use that tail section instead of cutting the whole side out of a skipjack. I'll just cut that tail section off, but I do like to make them straight. Cut them kind of like that, just so they flow straight in the water. And I like to hook it where the scales are on the outside. So I hook that way and then this way. So both sides got scales. I think the flash of those scales can get you a few more bites sometimes, especially when you got clear water like we do today. Now when you put a new piece of bait on, it's always a good idea to drop it in the water beside the boat and see how it's going to act in the current. I don't know if the camera will show that, but you can see how straight that bait's flowing in the water. If you put a bait on that's just down there going crazy like a helicopter, it's going to get tangled up down there on the bottom and it's just not going to work right.
You know what I mean? Or somewhere like that.
Oh, maybe he's not that big. I don't know. I didn't figure that fillet would last long down there. Lanny, you gotta start fishing, bud. Another quality fish. He liked that fillet. Easy, buddy. Dang. About broke my rod. Good Lord. Man, them hooks do such a good job. There's other good hooks. There's other hooks that I like, but out of all the ones I've tried, that's probably my favorite. If anybody else wants to try them, I got a coupon code. Get you 10% off. There'll be a link in the description. There he is, guys. Look, he's got some battle scars on him. Ain't no telling what them fish go through down there in this kind of current. You said 16?
Mm-hmm.
Ow, buddy, no. No.
He gonna give you some battle scars.
Things are mean, boy. It's springtime. So you said 16, look at that. It's exactly 16, maybe just a little over, but we're gonna call it 16. All right, so that's a 15, a 28, and a 16. Not getting a ton of bites, but the bites we are getting are quality fish. I'd rather have quality over quantity any day. Yeah, so our trolling motor battery's getting weak, so we're gonna find us a good spot to anchor up. We got plenty of bait, so we're gonna throw out a lot of rods. I'm gonna try to use up all this bait before I leave. I'm still gonna try to walk a bait back, just like I was doing while I was drifting. I'm gonna do that from an anchored boat. All right, y'all, so we've been trying to anchor for the last hour and a half. We've anchored in a couple spots and nothing's working out. It's either too much current or not enough, and then we got a 20-mile-an-hour wind. We're trying to hide from the wind so we can get decent audio. But we found a spot right here. I think there's enough current where we'll stay halfway straight even though the wind's blowing straight up the river. We might have to cut this trip a little short, but we're gonna give it one more shot. I'm gonna try to get landed on a good fish before we go. I'm gonna throw out a few rods and then I'm gonna walk one back by hand. You gotta bring out the big 12-ounce weights for this. All right, so we got 4 rods out on the corners. I'm gonna take my bumping rod here. I'm gonna walk one back. There's like an old underwater dike or some kind of underwater structure. It looks man-made, it may not be. But normally holds some fish. It's about 100 foot behind the boat right now. I'm gonna try to walk a bait right up in the middle of it. Going back down the back side of that ledge. There's gotta be fish right now. There's gotta be. Oh, there it is. There it is. Come get him, Landon. Real. So I could feel my bait start rising up that hump. And as soon as it got to the top of it, I told Landon, I said, all right, we're getting ready to go back down the backside. There should be a fish. And as soon as I said that, he nailed it. I don't know if the camera picked it up or not because of all the wind, but that's the way it is when you're bumping. If you know there's a piece of structure back there, you can pretty much call it. Is it big or just current? We're in a lot of current.
But it's cold dry.
It's number 4 for the day. Go ahead and put him back in. We'll see if we can get one more before we leave. Oh, there he is. Take him, Jack. Come get him, Landon. You got it? All right, y'all, we got one on. Might be a pretty good fish, not sure. Can't really tell in the current. So we're gonna drift back to it here. You ready? I don't want to run over him, you know. Alright. That's a nice fish, but back up and go towards the front.
I have to get some mud.
Yeah, even that, I mean, that's not a huge fish, and we couldn't do nothing with him in that current. I mean, nothing. All right, we're gonna put him back because we gotta go get our anchor rope. Oh, all right, we got it. that's going to do it for us today. I hope you enjoyed the video. It was just a typical day out on the Ohio River. 5 fish and a few nice fish, you know. Nothing crazy, just a good day out on the river. We planned on making a run down the river and fishing a different spot, but with the wind and the rough water, we just decided to stay around the dam. And you know, we had a good day. 5 fish, you know, we can't complain about that. One of them was 28 pounds. I want to thank you guys for watching. God bless you all. We'll see you in the next one.